One thing that my friends have always tried to get me to do is like, don't think, just like go and do it.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Let's talk about Hawaiian shirt. I think this is one of the most
Okay.
important things.
The frats. Yeah. Okay. What do you want me to answer first? Frats or Hawaiian
Oh,
shirt?
tell me the whole incident of what kind of went through your interview,
Okay.
and then tell me about exactly what happened and the whole Hawaiian shirt event.
Okay, so it's fall of 2024. I come into St. John's. I know. I'm building the background, Matt. Jamie behind the camera started waving his finger at me. But I come into college. I'm enjoying myself. I pop out to a couple of frat events. Pi Lam, fraternity. Sorry, fraternity. Fraternity events. Pi Lambda Phi, Phi Delta Theta, as I'm supposed to say, I guess. Because at that point I feel like I was a little bit interested in Rush, and then I figured it out. Like maybe this isn't for me, so I just drop it. I go to a couple parties still because my friends go out, and then semester ends and it's into spring semester. I don't go to a single Rush event for a single fraternity. I don't think I did at least. I might have maybe just get into a party for free or something, but
Right.
it definitely wasn't Pi Lam that I went to. I don't go to any Rush events, and then I get a DM at the end of the Rush schedule, or whatever it is, and I get a DM is like, "Hey, we have an interview set up for you." I'm like, "That's very weird, right? I didn't really show up to anything, so why am I getting this interview?" So I'm like, me and my roommate Matt get the same DM. Do you want to come to this interview? So like, let's go to this interview and sort of troll them a little bit because it seemed like it was coming out of desperation. Because when I get a random DM saying, "Hey, come join our frat," essentially, fraternity. Sorry, come join our fraternity. When I haven't popped out to anything, it seems kind of weird to me. So I was like, oh, they're desperate. Let me troll them, because I am a troll at heart. I do enjoy.
You're into that stuff.
I'm into that stuff. I do enjoy messing with people sometimes, but I feel like I've turned a leaf in my life, and I don't necessarily do that anymore.
Yep.
Again, with the necessarily that I just said. And then I go to the interview, and then I sort of mess with them a little bit. Matt messed with them more, a lot more than I did. Not to throw him out under the bus, but I gave the vibe, I guess, to some of the people that I was still trying to join, and I was serious, which wasn't the case. I don't necessarily regret it, but I wouldn't do it again. I like the guys in Pi Lam, the guys that actually looked past that incident. I understand why they're mad because I sort of wasted their time. But again, I also didn't put any time into Rush, so I feel like it was warranted. At the end of the day, some of the guys are cool in the frat. Some of them hold grudges. I feel like it was small. It wasn't necessarily a big thing that they should be hung up on. I wouldn't do it again, but I don't regret it. That's sort of where I stand.
I just talked to Mike, and he was like,
Yeah, I like Mike.
He was like, man, I swear he was taking it seriously. Like he didn't see that you were trolling.
No, yeah, because I don't know. I guess I folded under pressure or something, but Matt definitely did troll. But no, there was a time when I was seriously thinking about rushing. I would say that was first semester, but I don't think that life's for me. Just let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your day, Ryan?
Today it was okay. I mean, I didn't really do much. It's a Sunday. I did some accounting work. I made some calls, closed some deals, lived some life, and now what time is it? It's 7:30 on a Sunday, and I'm filming Mark My Words.
Closing time.
What better way to end my weekend?
There you go.
Oh yeah.
And you're a 5 life path.
I like how you start off with that. Yeah. Straight to the point. No, who's Ryan this time? I mean, this is our second time filming this episode because I got interview mogged by who's Frank.
Frank LaBella.
Frank and Mike Aruta. So I gotta do it again. But 5 life path. That I don't know. Some guy on my TikTok. I don't really believe in all this stuff. He was talking about numerology, and like if you're born on these certain dates, you have these certain traits about you. And
Do you remember your traits?
I know 2 of them. Yeah, he said if you're a 5 life path, you're hot and funny. I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like I don't disagree. Like I'll take the compliment whenever.
So that's
it
like
happens.
everyone that's born within. A certain...
So yeah, the way it works, or Matt, you could pull this up if you want. The Jamie adjacent from Joe Rogan, is Matt Paranello here. You add up the days, or the 2 digits in your birthday. So I'm born on the 23rd. 2 plus 3.
Yep.
Is 5, and that means you're a life path. When's your birthday?
I'm the 31st.
31st. Matt, can you pull that up?
So it would be 3 plus 1.
Organized, practical, and
You're
disciplined.
5.
Yeah.
You are
It has to be that one guy,
the
though.
adventurer. You're curious, dynamic, and freedom loving.
Curious, dynamic, and freedom loving.
Yes.
Oh, I mean,
Adventurer.
Do you think there's any day where it's just like you're the scum or something? Like, do you think there's like one particular day that just like I don't know? It's like being the year of the rat or something.
maybe I don't like the number like 15. So maybe
Oh,
15.
personal, like,
check
personally?
6 life path, Matt.
Well, I know a lot of girls that are into astronomy and all that sort of stuff. Do you think that they know about this sort of thing, or is it just like a random, like it's not very popular?
I mean, in my many hours of scrolling, especially during COVID and all those times, I saw this guy and he's explaining like all this numerology shit. I'm like, I don't really believe in it, but if you're gonna compliment me, like I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, I always just see like the 5 life path thing on my For You page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cause I like the videos because
Yeah.
I'm just getting a free compliment. But
Why not,
astrology,
right?
what were you saying?
Why not get a free compliment? Right?
Yeah, I know. If you're feeling low, just go to that guy's page and look up your birthday. You'll probably get a compliment. I don't know his page, but look up numerology guy on TikTok. He's a weird looking guy. But astrology and all that, no, I've never really believed in it. I feel like it's very vague, to the point where like everyone would sort of fall into the categories that it puts for like each sort of thing.
It's kind of hard not to. Like it gives like
Yeah.
so many different like adjectives.
What's your sign?
Like star sign and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm a Virgo.
I'm a Leo.
You're a Leo.
I'm a Leo.
I'm almost a Leo. I missed the
Really?
cutoff by 1 day. It's
Wow.
actually cool. My one of my childhood best friends, Jared. He's born on the 22nd of August. I'm born on the 23rd of August. He's a Leo. I'm a Virgo.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
pretty cool.
You could have had, you'd have a completely different life.
Yeah. No, I'd say we're pretty similar. He's a cool guy. He actually texted me the other day. He goes to Syracuse, and his girlfriend's in Long Island.
Yeah.
Goes to LIU, so he came down for Valentine's Day just to see her on some cool, like, romantic stuff. And then he texted me, like, yo, you want to hang out? I'm like, sure. And he's like, never mind. LIU and St. John's are, like, an hour apart. I'm like, next time. And I told him, like, if you ever come down, just let me know, and we'll hang out. And he hasn't done it so far, but it's okay. There's time in the future. I wish I could visit more people. Like, I have plans maybe to go to JMU at the end of the semester. Maybe see my friend at Ole Miss, but like that's like hard to do. You know
Those
what
are
I mean?
two pretty cool places. Though.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of friends. Like, I was showing Matt my Snap map. Not that I was a Snap demon, but he's like, why is everyone like?
Yeah, you got to tread carefully right now.
Yeah. All right. And he asked me like, why is everyone so spread out? I'm like, I don't know. Everyone from my high school just spread out and went to different colleges. So
I got some random people, man. I was just looking at my Snap map the other day, actually, and I got like a couple like European residents over in that sort of.
I mean, study abroad. I
True
feel
that.
like all the people who are in Europe right now on my Snap map are studying abroad, but.
And you're not gonna study abroad?
No, I did the global passports thing. I know you talked about it on I was eavesdropping on a couple of episodes in my room. My room's behind the camera, by the way. So
Right.
I tend to listen in. But I did global passports. I went to Italy for a week. Probably one of the best weeks of my life. It's so fun. Met some good friends. Still friends with many of them today. If I see them, I'll say hi. It's pretty cool. I would definitely recommend doing global passports, but As far as like a whole semester abroad, like no, I can't do that. Like I need to go home every once in a while.
Right.
Need to get my hair cut. I don't want to speak Spanish to or speak Italian to some guy and try to get my hair cut. Like I don't think that would go too well. I don't think it would go too well at all, to be honest.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, any country.
Huh.
Any country, any state, any.
Like as a vacation or just to like.
I mean, whatever, dude. Like, give me. Who would you go with? And then where would it be?
I mean, this is a tough question. You're putting me on the spot here. I'd probably go with my friends here. Probably you, maybe Matt, Marco.
We go tear up some country. Where are we going?
Maybe Jamie behind the camera over there. But I don't know. Maybe like Florida, Puerto Rico. I don't know. Just somewhere warm. I don't like the cold in New York.
What about like Japan or like?
That's too far.
You wouldn't want to go
That's
there.
too far. Like I don't like, cause it's a cool place, I guess. I'm not really into Japanese culture too much. Not that I hate Japanese
You're
people.
just not
or
tapped
whatever.
in. I get what you're saying.
What'd you say?
That was a good save.
Yeah, no,
You
yeah.
tread carefully again.
Yeah. I gotta be politically
You're on a
correct. I
roll.
don't know where this is going, but I don't know. I've never necessarily been tapped into Japanese culture. It's a cool place. I had a friend who went there like a month ago. She had fun. Party with Liv. Shout out.
She was from the collab stream.
She was on the class stream yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. I just checked her story and I saw
Yeah.
she's with Clavicular. Clavicular comes up a lot on this podcast.
It's
actually.
honestly unfortunate how many times that we've talked. I feel like every single person has talked about that, except for Frank.
I know.
I don't think that came up for Frank's. And then we had the whole peptides conversations with him.
Yeah.
Dylan had a strong opinion on clavicular. I don't know if that other kid that I just did, Jared, I don't know if he brought him up, but
He might
yeah,
have.
unfortunately, he's a pretty hot topic these days.
He is. But
Back to the Asian countries. I was just gonna ask you, like, what about like South Korea?
South Korea? I don't know. The only real things I know from South Korea are Squid Game and humans.
My next thing was gonna be, what do you think of the Squid Games?
What do I think of the Squid
Yeah.
Games? Yeah.
Do you think you could have made it to the end?
Oh, Squid Game.
How far do you think you would have gone? In a
What were the
Squid Game or like a
games?
Mr. Beast game where like you don't die?
I mean, I could easily get past red light, green light. I've been doing that since I was like 4.
Yeah.
Never lost actually. They call me LeVar Ball. Was that LeVar Ball who said that?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thanks, Jamie.
You're good.
Thanks, Jamie. What's next? Is I might get out on the
it's
cookie.
next.
The
Yeah, there's
cookie.
the cookie, yeah.
Yeah, because my hands be shaking sometimes. I don't have steady hands.
Right.
But how far you think you're getting?
Oh, I don't know. Like all the cutthroat stuff, like all the like, you gotta, it's either gonna be you or your boy. I don't think I could get past that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you're fighting or doing some weird game.
I feel like I've always put like other people like
Yeah.
and their stuff like in front of me.
You're a great guy.
Yeah, but like with that being said, like if I was like talking to my best friend, like if it was Eric and I was like, dude, it's gonna be me or you, bro. Like I want it to be you. He'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
He'd be like,
I wanna. That's actually like interesting to me, cause like I would say that I would be the better person in that situation, but like you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like until you're in that situation. Not that I want to be in that situation, but I feel like it's just like a interesting sort of thought to have. Yeah.
But we'll probably do intros now. So
Okay.
this is Ryan Kelly, everyone.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who's Ryan Kelly?
So sophomore. I'm a sophomore. From upstate Westchester. I'm an accounting major. I'm trying to get my CPA in the future. Right now, I am doing some life insurance sales side gig thing. It's pretty cool with Drew Mayer. He dropped out last semester. We'll get into that later, I'm sure.
Probably.
You do a good job with your questions. So, what else is there about me? I feel like I'm a pretty social guy. I like to talk to people.
Yep.
But I feel like letting people into my sort of group is where I'm holding myself back in terms of knowing a sheer amount of people.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know.
I was just gonna ask you, is there anything about yourself that not a lot of people know?
I would.
Like you kind of just said that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I like talking to people. I talk to people all the time on the phone because I'm in sales. But maintaining relationships and sort of talking to people consistently is something that's not necessarily hard for me. It's just like I don't want to do it with certain types of people. So,
Like, what do you mean, like certain types of people?
not certain types of. That makes it sound like I'm excluding some like demographic or something.
No, we know you're not. We know you're not.
Yeah, there we go. Politically correct again.
I'll put like a politically correct counter. Like,
Yeah, please.
like
please.
animation.
What
on
is
the
it?
thing.
4? Number 4.
Yeah, it's got.
I just wanna protect my digital footprint.
Right.
But I don't. I feel like you would really have to like show something to me for me to be close with you. I don't know where that comes from like a sort of psychological standpoint, but I feel like I talk to a lot of people. I say what's up to a lot of people, but I don't feel a bond necessarily that I do with like my closest friends.
I get that.
Yeah.
It feels good to just like walk past everybody though and like,
Yeah.
say hi to them just in general.
Yeah. Like I know a lot of people, but I would say I have a small circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And you just said you're about sales. You know, what's the hardest thing about sales?
Oof. There's a lot. The hardest thing about sales, so I started maybe a year ago, right? Maybe in February.
Right.
It's a whole process to get licensed and stuff, and then you have to get contracts and stuff like that. So it takes like 2-3 weeks to get fully licensed when you start from zero.
Yeah.
And in the year's time that I've been in sales, it's over the phone. I'm calling people. The hardest thing to deal with is rejection, right?
Would make sense.
Like today, I was on the phone for like 3 or 4 hours. I talked to maybe 15, 20 people, and I only was able to close 2 people, right? So it's
a tough ratio.
It's a tough ratio. You have to push. What is that? 90% of them said no.
Yeah.
So you just have to sort of push through the rejection, because a lot of people aren't interested. A lot of people don't necessarily want to hear what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, there are a few people out of the many that are on the lead list that you can be able to sort of make a connection with, that you can sort of give them your product, whatever sales you might be in. So the hardest thing is just getting told no and keep going. And I feel like that shows itself in many ways of life.
Yeah.
Not just sales. And if you want to talk about women, it works for women. You just got to keep going, I guess. But I'm not really like that.
No, you're
Politically correct, number 5. How else does it work? I feel like
with, I don't know, when you're trying to find an internship, maybe.
Applying to internships, starting a business.
Yep.
Like there will always be 5 or 6
Getting
no's.
a bid.
I got a bid. I got a bid. Get out of here.
Yeah.
There will always be 5 or 6 no's before success.
Yeah.
In general. So I don't know. It just
I think
translates.
that's a good life skill to learn.
Yeah.
Especially at our age. I mean.
Just take things on the chin and run with it. But yeah. I mean that's the sort of biggest hardship that I had to deal with, is building up the mental strength to be like, here we go again. You know what I mean?
How long do you think it takes to sort of build that? Like, does it really affect you too much anymore after you're doing it for a year?
I mean, it does. Yeah. It depends on how long the call is. So normally calls that say no are like a minute or 2 long. So you'll go through discovery. You'll be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Do you need this product? You won't say that. I mean, you will say that. And then they'll be like no or something, and you have to sort of push past their no and try to see if they would even qualify, see if they would be interested. Because a lot of the times when you're talking to these people, they'll say no because they know you're a salesperson and they don't want to be sold anything when they might actually need the product. But
It's hard to get like a good hook.
yeah,
Do you have like, how do you usually start off your calls?
I just say, it's kind of basic. I say, hey, I'm Ryan from Harperstone Financial. It depends if I'm recruiting or selling.
Yeah.
Today I was recruiting. I'd say, hey, my name is Ryan from Harperstone Financial. I'm just calling about the job application you put in through LinkedIn. or something like that. And then
Do they do actually like do apply for it or?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
or
wouldn't
actually applying for
I wouldn't be scamming.
I was about to say.
No,
like, I don't know what your work is.
I'm not a
So.
liar. It's Indeed, not LinkedIn. That's the only.
Oh, okay, link.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on Indeed.
Long story short.
Okay, so
yeah.
you're recruiting, you're hiring these people.
Yeah, I mean today I was hiring. It's different for if I'm trying to sell life insurance, but since the rejections are normally like a minute to 2 minutes in off the intro, it's not necessarily hard to overcome because I'm like, oh, I didn't really spend that much time talking to these people.
Yeah.
But what really sucks is like last week I was talking to a guy for like 50 minutes. I was on the call for him for 50 minutes.
Wow.
I thought he was my homeboy.
It's
I
like
was
a podcast.
Yeah, I actually talked to him about astrology, which is funny. He's like, I asked him his birthday for like an insurance application, and he's like, oh, I'm a Taurus or whatever it was, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm a Virgo, and he just like goes into a deep dive about me, because I'm a Virgo. I'm like, that's pretty cool, but in the end, like he couldn't get the coverage,
Yeah.
so it kind of sucked. Like I could have closed him, but he just didn't work out with the insurance company. So that's the biggest. It's not really a rejection from the client. It's a rejection from the insurance company. But that's like the biggest sort of thing. When you're putting all this effort into talking to these people and like bring up these new conversations and try to sort of dig into their needs and find a solution for them.
Yep.
And you get really invested. You're talking for like 20, 30 minutes, and it just doesn't work out.
It feels like a waste of time.
Yeah, that's what really gets me. But at the end of the day, you just got to keep going and keep sort of pushing.
And how many members are on their team, like recruiting with you?
Right now, it's just me and Drew. There's this other guy who's, I guess, in our group chat, but he doesn't really do anything, so I think he's going to get fired soon. But it's just us three, I guess, too, maybe in like a week's time. But I didn't put too many hours in today. I put like 3 or 4. Yeah. Usually on a day like this, I would be on the phone for longer. I was just doing stuff in the morning for school, so I wanted to get that done first. In terms of my sort of dreams, I want to get my CPA. That's like my big thing, and then whatever happens on the side. So that's my main goal. So I'll put that above whatever I'm doing, even if whatever I'm doing makes me more money.
Yeah.
Because it's my end goal.
Is Drew a good role model, would you say?
I mean, I know 2 types of Drews. Like I know I was his roommate freshman year. So obviously I know the highs and lows of him, but he presents himself very, very well to the people he talks to, to his team, to the clients that he's working with. So in a sense where in a professional setting he's a good role model.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Not that he's a bad person in real life.
I'm sure everybody's a little different. Like, you know, behind the closed doors, man, everybody's a little different.
Yeah, especially if you live with someone, like you get to know pretty much everything about them. So it's kind of hard to hide something from people if you live with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the kid that we just had on, Jared. It's funny. He was actually talking about it. He was like, we were talking about Kanye or something. Mm-hmm. And because I was like, I said, who's your role model? And he said Kanye West.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, that's pretty crazy that like you just openly say that on something like this. Like, it's pretty controversial. And he was like, dude, he flat out said like, dude, if you saw who I was behind closed doors, like I'd probably never get a job ever again.
All right. I mean, at least he's true to himself. He seemed like a pretty cool guy.
He seemed like a cool guy. It's just like, I don't know. It's pretty crazy he said that. But I mean, like I said, everybody's, different.
Yeah. Who's your role model?
Who's my role model?
Yeah.
Probably my mom and dad.
I mean, everybody's
mom and dad are good role models. But I mean, who do I look up to?
Yeah.
God. I mean, I try to kind of ground myself. Like, I don't really look up too much to like Jeff Bezos or any of the really successful people. I would say my role models are people more so my age. So like Frank Labella, Mike Aruda, this kid Matt Fallon, who I met. I grew up with him in Cape Cod, and he's now vice president of operations at Georgetown University for athletics. So it's a lot of kids my age. I would say are my biggest role models.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like when you look in the future, is there like a sort of celebrity or person that you say, I want to have a similar sort of path to them?
Well, do you know who Jesse Itzler is?
No.
He's the guy. He's this guy that my dad introduced me to. I would say he's more of a role model now than he ever was because now I know what he's done. He's the guy that was in this book, Living with a Seal. But basically, he was young. He lived in New York. He at first wanted to do music, so he made like theme songs for different basketball teams. He did one for the Knicks, and then he ended up. There was only two main ways to get a private jet back in the day. You could either buy it, or there's one other way. I can't really think of it right now. But there was no way for you to like, besides just flat out buying the jet. So he came up with a solution when he was very young, and he said like if different athletes could buy like a certain amount of miles that you could travel per year, I think this company could make a killing. So he went in, he pitched his idea to so many different companies, went through rejection, but eventually they said yes, and like his company blew up, and now he makes millions. His wife she started Spanx.
Spanx?
Yeah, you know Spanx?
No.
So I don't know. Most girls know Spanx. Like she's definitely more famous than he is, but I think it's great. I mean, he does all these things. He does like 100-mile races every year. He's
like a runner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, stuff like that's cool. I obviously wouldn't want to be in a 9-to-5 for my entire life. I do want to sort of retire early.
Yeah.
A
lot of people don't want to work corporate.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's cool to a certain extent. I do think that there's a lot of people, including myself, that sometimes who need to sort of be in that structured environment where you come in every day at the same time, who you leave at the same time, you get this much money.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like if there's no structure in your life, it could be very hard to organize yourself,
right.
Whether that be like money-wise, time-wise, because it is hard.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I talked to Andrew about this a little bit because he's not in college anymore, and he pretty much just wakes up and starts working, and that's his sort of schedule. But he was telling me, like, it's kind of hard to grow up past this sort of point in his life. What's up, Eric? Because he's what is he, 19 or 20? Right.
Yeah,
he said he could move out if he wants to, but he lives with his parents sometimes. He goes on trips all over the place. But he's like, I'm too young for this. Like, not to get too deep into his information and stuff. But
yeah. Well, I hope to have him on here one day.
No, yeah, I'll definitely have that happen once he's in town.
Yep.
But he was telling me I sort of need to still be a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to move on too fast. And I think that sort of ties back to having the structure in your life of a family, of still being in your house, of still sort of being in college, I guess. He's visited twice this semester, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to sort of figure that out once you've dropped out, but you still, like, are balancing, like, oh, I still want to do things. I still want to be a kid. When you have all these, like, I don't know. Like, I wonder.
I mean, that's my
step.
biggest fear for after college, with whichever route I take, wherever I end up, like, is I like my life right now. Like, I enjoy going out. I enjoy talking to all these people on campus, and I feel like if I leave and sort of get my own apartment, it's gonna be right. I'd have to allot times differently for each sort of thing. Like, I go to the gym every day around like 6 or 5 or something. Yeah. And I'm a very scheduled person. I have to wake up at a certain hour. I have to go to bed at a certain time within reason. Why do you laugh at that?
No, I just like that.
Yeah, within reason.
Routine.
Yeah, I'm a very routine person, and I feel like at the end of college, since everything's gonna change so much, it's kind of scary for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, living a structured life is all we know right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to be hard when you know, if your goal is to not do that,
yeah,
it's going to be hard to sort of get used to that new life.
Yeah. I mean, that's the sort of thing in COVID that really got me. Like, when we were out for, I don't even know how long in high school. I would say
a year. Right?
Yeah, it was like a year.
I mean, it depends. Did you guys go like?
We stopped school like midway through May or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was, I think it was March.
March. Yeah. And then we went back.
May, it was May, I think. Well, I came back from April break. I went to Atlantis for April break.
Wow.
Came back and then like maybe 2 weeks later.
COVID hit in March, so you're probably thinking
Oh, it's February break then. Yeah, okay,
Okay.
February break. There it is.
So I was pretty much out of school and out of the whole seeing my friends and stuff for like around a year,
Yeah.
more or less. The days blend together, so I don't really know. But that sort of messed me up a little bit. I didn't enjoy being home all the time, obviously. I just wanted to talk to some people, so
Yeah.
that's a sort of relaying on to what I was just talking about. In forms of COVID, I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, did you learn like a skill or something over the COVID break?
No. I mean,
I wish I had taken more advantage of the time.
I think I
yeah.
got more healthy. I used to be a little bit bigger back in like middle school. So COVID hit when we were in 8th grade. And then I started running. I started like sort of playing soccer more. And I feel like I got better at soccer. And I sort of picked up a running habit, which I dropped eventually. But I don't know.
I saw you trying to kind of kindle that fire. I mean, you went on a couple runs a couple weeks ago, I thought.
Not a couple weeks. It's been too cold. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to run. Like I do enjoy running. It's very nice. I remember last time I probably ran was like November, but like it was a warm day in November. So, I don't even do cardio at the gym anymore, which is kind of bad. I need to get on that. But I'd say when it starts to warm up, I'll go on a couple runs or two. I go to the gym every day, so that's my claim to fame.
What does the gym mean to you?
The gym means to me, to be honest, it used to mean a lot more, but I feel like now it's just part of my routine, part of my schedule. Like I would go in every day, and it would sort of be, it still is a little bit, a sort of break from the day, break from my problems, like a time allotted where I don't necessarily have to think, and I could just like work out and have fun, I guess. But back in the day, I used to go in the gym and go super, super hard and go to failure for every set, legs, back, chest, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel like I'm in the gym for maybe like 45 minutes max. I'd go to mild uncomfort, and then I stop and sort of walk home and shower. But
Jared was kind of chirping you the other day.
Yeah, no, Jared, I went to the gym, but that was different. That was I had to intentionally cut it short because I was going to meet the firms. So I was only in there for like maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But I would say my usual workout is maybe 45 minutes. I hit 6 sets and then I dip.
Yep.
Yeah. Or 6 exercises and then I dip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you think things like meet the firms? Do you think that's pretty helpful for students? Or do you think it's just like a place like, I don't know?
I was actually talking to some of my club members. I'm in Consult Your Community on campus. I'm gonna plug it a little bit. I'm shadowing to be the president, so
Oh, there you go.
hopefully I get the president role next semester. It's a really cool club. You should pop out if you see this. But I was talking to some of the people because I at CYC, because we set up a little booth to have people to talk to, and I walked around. I took breaks from talking to the people at the booth to walk around and give my resume and talk to people at Meet the Firms. I don't think it's that helpful, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like every time, especially because we're sophomores and a lot of people aren't looking to hire sophomores.
Yeah.
It's not that helpful. I mean, it's good to get the contact, but if you're just going to give your resume, they're probably just going to throw it out.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything with it. I mean, I talked to a guy at Protivity because I have an interview on Wednesday with Protivity. So, I mean, that was insightful. That was the only sort of useful thing I got out of it. But I feel like if you want to network and market yourself, it's much easier just to go online and sort of find these people LinkedIn's, find their emails and sort of do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I remember over the summer, I worked at a summer camp over the summer, and on the side I did life insurance. And then also I just like every Sunday or every Monday or something, I'd send out maybe like 30 to 40 cold sort of networking emails or LinkedIn messages. I'd find the person's LinkedIn, find their emails, and I'd sort of send an email saying, "Hey, do you want to link?" Or, "Hey, do you want to set up a time on the calendar to talk?"
Well,
I
I
don't
went
know.
to meet the firms
Yeah.
in the fall, and I don't know. I was hoping there was like a sport management firm or like a NIL firm or something, but
No.
I don't know. It wasn't too helpful for me. The guys that they have there, the recruiters, I do like them a lot. Some of them.
Yeah, they're cool.
pretty
I
cool,
mean,
yeah.
they give personable people to St. John's to have at these events. Obviously, to sort
Yeah, a
of,
lot of them are like alum.
yeah, they're alum and they're also personable. So,
Yeah.
but especially if you're not a business student, especially accounting, I feel like in accounting,
They were all like, yeah, we just need accountants. to be
yeah,
honest.
they just hand stuff to me, because I'm in accounting. But I was actually on a call the other day with some lady I met at my Super Bowl party. I went home for the Super Bowl because my family has an annual sort of Super Bowl party, and a lady that I met there, she worked in private equity, and before working in private equity, she's 41 and she's retired, by the way, which is really cool. That's why I talked to her. I got her phone number, and I called her, I think, on Thursday. She was in accounting for 10 years. I'm like, oh, that's a cool little mix going from accounting to private equity.
Right.
And she said that companies need accountants. Like, they're super, super, super hungry. And since St. John's has such a strong accounting program, a lot of firms come here, and it's kind of unfair to other students who are sport. What's your major? Sport management.
Yeah, sport management business.
Because not a lot of people from sport management people or companies are coming because everyone's looking for accounting.
One of them actually was like, I forget who it was at this point. I mean, it's been a while, but he was like, we do have a sport firm you should look at, and he showed me towards that. But
That's cool.
yeah, it was cool, but like it was one out of like whatever the 100 people they have there doing that.
I know we had this conversation before, but what do you want to do with your sport management degree?
I want to do something with NIL. I think it's going to be an important factor in the game.
What do you mean by NIL?
So, do you know what NIL is?
I mean, I sort of do. Like, the players get money.
Yeah, so it means name, image, and likeness. It's a newer sort of idea that came into play in 2021. Beforehand, college players weren't allowed to get any sort of money from their own image.
Yeah.
And then, people really wanted to like do stuff, make money, model for Sports Illustrated, that sort of stuff. But they weren't allowed to get paid previously.
Mm-hmm.
And now like college sports is so popular and it's so big that they decided like, all right, they should get some money. But NCAA didn't really want to regulate any sort of rules towards it.
Yeah.
So they were like, from now on, like it's up to each individual state. And the states,
it's like state laws.
yeah, it's like state laws. But some states say like you can, only make NIL at this sort of level, and then other states, you can earn NIL in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's different, and there's no sort of structure at the moment, and it's the Wild West really, and so I want to just gain as much knowledge in that as possible and do something with that. I think sports agency maybe.
Sports agency?
Yeah.
Like, represent the players or something?
I would do that, but that's hard, and that's a lot of of investing your own money into
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. But I think I'd be good.
No, I feel like you'd be good. I feel like, in general, if you think you're gonna be good at something, just go for it.
Yeah.
That's my little inspirational quote
I
for
like
the day.
that.
Yeah. Actually, one of the guys that I'm the recruiter for. Mark my words. So I got Dylan. There's like 2 or 3 more that are coming on soon. But me and Tommy, the guy that is from Boston.
Is it Tommy May or is it Tommy Lee?
Tommy May.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember.
So he said he was interested in this, and every time I talk to him, we always end up in the same sort of conversation about like, if you really want something, go for it. He's doing rap. He's making his own music right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So if
That's
you
pretty
want,
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
that, dude. We don't have a guy like that.
no, yeah. I mean, get more people on the podcast. You'll learn new things. But
wow.
we have this conversation a lot, me and him, about just following our dreams, and you have to be so sort of obsessed that people think that you're crazy.
Sort of like GM headlines.
All right, bro. Sure.
You should keep going. You know, you were saying
I
you have to
kind
be
of
obsessed.
Yeah. I mean, that's a TikTok quote I got. But you have to be, or like Conor McGregor said it or something, where you have to be so obsessed with whatever you're doing that people think you're crazy. Like, I'm sure when, I don't know, to bring up Kanye again, when Kanye was making music in high school or whatever, people were like, oh, this guy's crazy. Like, you
This
should
guy's
just
a
get a
nut job.
job. And then he dropped out of college, and then he became super successful. I'm not going to talk about the later part of his career, but he became...
Political correction right there.
What is that, number 7, number 8? I mean, we can talk about it if you want.
No, that's all good.
All right. I'm okay with talking about some dicey sort of
No, like I
topics. Yeah, I mean, I'll hop into one right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is not necessarily a crazy opinion, but I feel like America is way too divided politically,
Yeah.
left and right wise, Democrat, Republican. Yeah, I understand why, just like for certain issues, like abortion's a really good one, right? One side thinks it's like mass genocide of babies
Yep.
from their point of view, and the other is like it's a human right to be able to abort. So
Exactly.
I totally understand how if you see one way, you might not like the person because it's such like an extreme, you might not like the people on the other side because it's such like an extreme sort of situation. It's either like genocide or violation of human rights. But I do think that there's a middle ground that you could sort of be in and sort of understand
Yeah.
the other person's point of view, because that like a lot of people don't even attempt to see the other point of view of the argument,
Yeah.
because they're so solidified in theirs. But I just feel like that's a big sort of problem, not seeing from the other person's shoes.
Totally. And do you listen to any political people?
I mean,
Nick Fuentes
I
is
went
on
through.
my For You page too.
Not politically correct. Check.
Yeah, that's not politically correct. So I'm beating you by like 6 points or whatever. Hey, relax. I went down like both sort of rabbit holes, Republican and Democratic rabbit holes on the internet, and I feel like I turned out more so in the center. But yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily listen to too many political thinkers. I mean, I'll listen to their arguments. Like, I like to watch debates. I watched like the Charlie Kirk and Dean Withers, I believe is.
Yeah.
I
think
watched their
something-
debates. I feel like watching debates is really like a good sort of way to hammer down on your beliefs.
And to get into politics, I think that could be a good way.
I feel like if you're watching one single political speaker with no sort of objection to what they're saying, then I feel like it's kind of pointless. Because if you're just getting fed down your throat that Republican thinkers are right, are correct politically, or Democrat thinkers are correct politically, then you're gonna believe that. If there's no sort of pushback on that, and I feel like both sides do give valid arguments sometimes, so I feel like that's a good way to sort of hammer in your beliefs. This is gonna be a little weird transition, but I saw a podcast of Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blue, which was really.
I like where this is headed.
No, it's sort of on the same sort of wavelength. They're such different people.
Yeah.
And they were able to meet in the middle and like agree on stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really interesting.
I should watch that.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
interesting. I didn't know
you
that
need
he
you need some
gave that.
inspiration sometimes.
Yeah.
Just look up Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blue podcast.
There you go.
But it was really interesting, and I sort of like how different they were, yet it was still like humanity. It was still like they were talking to each other like humans. For the most part. I mean, Andrew Tate sort of doesn't really do that in general, but like he was.
I mean, he might behind the can like.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he plays a role, not to sort of step into your territory that you went in with Dylan last week. But I feel like all the sort of.
They gotta put food on the plate, you know.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
mean,
different legs.
I think he's rich anyways. I don't think he necessarily needs the money, but I feel like he wants fame, so he's sort of saying all these things that are exaggerated, and a lot of the same people. A lot of the internet is like that. That's why it's so polarized between right and left. If you say something crazy, people are gonna listen, whether you're right or left.
Are your parents into politics at all?
Not crazily, but yeah. I mean, I didn't vote this.
Like they have their opinions.
Yeah, they have their opinions. I didn't vote this year because I didn't necessarily like either Joe Biden or Trump. Or was it Kamala? It was Kamala.
Yeah, it's Kamala.
And I'm from New York, so Kamala would have won anyways, even if I did vote for Trump, which I wouldn't have. No, but I'm not even saving. That's not even politically. No, I literally said I wouldn't have voted for either of them. I'm just speaking my beliefs. But I don't know. They sort of got mad at me for not voting. But I feel like I'm not gonna vote for a long time. I feel like it wouldn't necessarily affect me, even if I do, especially because I do live in New York. Blue's always gonna win. But I don't necessarily, for lack of a better word, I don't find like home in a certain party.
Yeah.
I'm sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are like that.
Yeah.
I mean, my grandparents, it's funny. They've been married for, I don't know, like at least 50 years. I think it's like 55 at this point. One of them's Republican, the other's Democratic. And every time we bring up politics.
Wait, they're married?
Yeah, they're married.
Wow.
One of them's Republican, one of them's Democratic. We live in Mass. Or they live in Mass and Florida at different times. So, red state, blue state.
Yeah.
And it's funny that they get this dynamic. And I every time politics gets brought up, they both have their opinions. They both argue a little bit. But
how do they deal with that?
How do they deal with it? They try to talk about politics to the minimum. I think. We had an interesting talk about ICE when I was down there.
Mm-hmm. Wait, your family, you're adopted, right?
Yeah.
So
adopted.
your family, are they Hispanic as well or no?
They're not. No.
Okay.
They're just American. Yeah.
Okay. So what would they talk to you about ICE?
They were just saying. Well, one of them was like, I think they both were talking about it, and like who's getting the people that are getting deported. And my grandma, who's Democratic, she was like, yeah, like they're getting rid of like everybody. And she's telling me like you need to go to college, you got to bring your papers there and stuff. And my grandfather's like, no, you're fine. Like they're not coming for you. And he's saying like they're only really deporting like criminals and people like that. And
Holds over 70,000 people in detention.
Whoa. 70,000?
70,000 people in detention with significant increase in arrests under the second Trump administration. Roughly 40% of those in custody have no criminal record.
40% have no criminal record. Wow.
then it's really not that skewed.
While 74% have no criminal conviction. I don't know what the difference is.
74% don't have criminal conviction and 40 have no criminal record.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a law student. That's someone else's job.
Oh my god.
But that's crazy.
Yeah.
Has ICE only been around since Trump, or was it a thing before?
2003.
Oh wow, so it's been a while. 2003.
Oh
Because
god.
it was in response to 9/11.
Oh okay, that makes sense. If
Oh, yeah, it does make sense.
okay,
2002, sorry.
so it was like what does it stand for? Immigration
Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Customs Enforcement. Okay, and you said it was created because 9/11. That makes sense.
The Homeland Security.
Do you have any hot takes?
Hot
It doesn't have to
takes.
be like politically.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
I
like
got
that,
you.
but, like, I don't know.
Lil Mosey is a good rapper artist.
He sang Blueberry Faygo.
He did. His new stuff is pretty decent. I've been listening to it. He's pretty cool.
Funny story about Lil Mosey. My brother put me on to him before he actually even released the song Noticed.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was his like first song.
It was his like breakout song, but like he had songs before then, but they were all on like SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother, I don't know how. I mean, he's always kind of known he was going to work in music. I don't know. Do you know what he does?
No.
He works for Skrilla.
Ooh. Like what does Skrilla do again? I've heard the name.
He sang the 6-8 song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No. We could talk about that too. So we're doing a contractual agreement between everyone in our room where we're just being better people in the month of February. We call it the February cleanse.
Yep.
So saying the number after before 69, but before 68, my fault. Before 68, it's not allowed in that contract.
Yeah, we're not allowed to make any joke or any sort of
brain rot
nod towards it. So.
Yeah. So we have to go to the gym 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. We can't eat sweet treats within reason.
Yeah.
And I had an incident the other day. J. Cole's one of my favorite artists, so I said since J. Cole's on campus, I have to celebrate and get ice cream, and it was sort of 50-50 within the voting.
Back to your hot take, Lil Mosey.
Yeah.
It's a good rap. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, my brother had put me on to him before he even came out with the song Notice. I think my brother always knew he was gonna do something in media and with music specifically.
How old is he?
He's 21 now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he put me on to. I'm gonna name some interesting people. He put me on to Blueface.
Wow.
Before he came out with that song. What was his breakout song?
I don't know. The Blueface Baby one.
Yeah, Tatiana. He put me on to him before Tatiana.
Wow.
Put me on to Lil Mosey before Noticed. Lil Tecca, he put me on before Ransom.
Wow.
It was crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But like most people don't.
Yeah, how does he find all these people?
I had no idea. He was just on a generational run when he was like he was probably like 14 years old at that time, maybe 15.
He was just tapped into the music industry.
I don't know how. He was just on SoundCloud, like just flipping through different people. He was like, wow, these people are great.
Oh, it was a SoundCloud era. So
yeah, it was a SoundCloud era, and I mean, there were other artists that he had found too that were like, oh, these guys are good, but they never really blew up in the same way.
Yeah, I'm really into music. I wish I sort of had that luck or trait or whatever he has to find.
But like just from that and like the fact that I know that he did that, I'm like, yeah, this kid, he has a vision for something.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you have success is like if you have the information before people know about it, then I feel like you'd be successful.
Yeah.
Like look at ChatGPT. They innovated for AI usage amongst people.
Exactly.
They knew about AI before. I feel like everyone knew about AI before, but no one really knew what it could do until ChatGPT released, and now they're like the biggest sort of AI company.
And do you think you are going to switch to an Android phone in the next few years?
Why?
So the people are saying, people that know shit, are saying that everybody's going to be on an Android phone in the next 10 years because they're advancing with AI and Gemini way faster than Apple, and you're just going to be able to do so many more things on a Android level phone that if you're on Apple, you will feel like you're out on a different planet. That's what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I think I'm probably going to get like a Google Pixel 6 or something, whatever the hell.
That's not an Android though. That's a Google phone.
It's still like use Gemini though. It's like
a maybe, I don't know. I mean,
you think if that comes true, you will switch?
I mean, I'll get whatever's the best for a reasonable price. I'm not going to be spending a lot of money on some stupid bullshit.
Yeah, that comes out every year.
Yeah. What phone is this? Like an iPhone 13. I don't know what iPhone they're on now, like 17, 18.
Something. Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. But I got this cuz my old phone broke. I think it was an iPhone 10. So I was like 6 years behind.
Yeah.
Before I got this. And then I got this because it was just cheapest on the market. Like, they all do the same thing. It doesn't really affect me.
You're not into, like, the consumerism stuff?
No, I hate it. I hate consumerism. That's like, one thing about the life insurance industry that I really don't like. Is the amount of people that are just, like, sort of buying random shit and renting cars and doing all this. Like, it's just a waste. I mean, it's good to have things nice, but there comes a point. I remember, I guess the whole sort of thing where spending money is good from a like agency owner perspective is if people see you spending money, they're gonna want to join you because you make money, right? If you have to have money to spend it. So if you just market yourself on Instagram or TikTok or something as like, oh, I'm super rich, I'm buying all these things, and you could too if you just do this, right?
It's good for marketing.
It's good for marketing, but I saw a TikTok image of a guy holding a computer in his hand, in his right hand. He had a wine glass in his other hand, and he had his cigar in his mouth, and he was like standing over a pool. And that was just so fake to me because you can't drink the wine because there's a cigar in your mouth.
Yeah.
You can't use the computer because there's wine in your hand and you're over a pool. And you can barely smoke the cigar because you can't take it out of your mouth.
Was it just like a random user that posted it? Or
No,
it
it was like some
advertisement?
agency owner, like trying to market his own agency to like
this is what you'll look like. If
yeah,
you
this
join.
is what you'll look like if you join my team. I'm not even sure if it was life insurance. I know there's like a whole sort of make money online industry market sort of thing where people like do that, which is really corny to me.
Yeah.
I'm never into like the obscene wealth, buying all this stuff, buying a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even if I am like 100 millionaire or something, if I'm a billionaire in the future, I wouldn't buy a Ferrari.
Yeah.
I just chill in my Honda Civic like J. Cole does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, my parents aren't really into the whole stuff like that. I mean, they've my dad drives like a Toyota Camry he's had for like, since I was born. Crazy stuff. And Drake May drives his pickup truck to, Gillette Stadium when he has games.
Really?
Yeah.
J. Cole comes here on a Honda Civic. Like they're humble people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People are humble. I think I would be a humble. I would definitely be a humble spender.
But yeah, I get it at a certain point. Like if you're making all this money,
Treat yourself. But you obviously can't do anything with it if you at a certain point you're making money. When you're making money, like you sort of want to spend it because what are you going to do with it other than spend it? I mean, you could invest it, but at the end of the day, you still have to take it out and spend it. So I feel like money is made to be spent, but I feel like it's oftentimes spent on stupid shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop going out as much as well. So I guess I'll be like net zero.
I was in Paris with this kid. His name was Josh. I think you heard about it once. I don't know. I was talking about Josh one time. But this guy, oh my God, he like stands for consumerism, bro.
Yeah.
He there was like, the brand Stussy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Stussy had a drop, like a couple of days before we got to Paris, and so we went to a Stussy store, and he bought like this Stussy shirt. It said like Stussy. It just said I don't know what it was. It was like Stussy Paris, and he bought this shirt in short sleeve, long sleeve, 2 different colors.
Wow.
Each. He bought the pants.
And they're expensive too,
Crazy.
right?
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah. I remember it was like that with Supreme. I remember when like Supreme initially sort of had their big wave. I was in like middle school, like 6th grade. I saw some kid wearing like a Supreme shirt, Supreme pants, Supreme socks, and he had like Supreme underwear on as well. I'm like, what are you doing? Like even 6th grade me, I was like, what? You're just being weird. Like,
Well, back in the day, I actually was a bit of a consumer as well. I spent so much money on shoes that
I barely
really
spend
care
money.
about it, but-
And I don't know. I don't spending money to me, especially on other people, it's kind of odd to me because I don't even spend money on myself. So when like if I'm out and like a girl or something asks me to buy me asked me to buy her a shot, I'm just not going to because I barely even spend money on me. Like why would I do it to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it's a gentlemanly thing to do, but like I don't even treat myself. So
Is sales factor?
Okay, so now I have to explain what factor is. Factor is just being good at everything. From my perspective, or what Matt or Jamie, I guess in this case, said behind the camera, flow state, factor is being in flow state all the time and things just work out for you. So that's sort of how I feel. What factor is? I thought that was the consensus. I guess there's something differently.
You want me to go through this right now?
Yeah, go ahead. Read it out.
So the factor, things that play into how easy life is. Okay.
Mhm.
If you can pull off a backwards hat?
Yep.
How Brazilian you are?
Yep. Luck.
So
Yeah.
like if you get luck, you can get lucky. Perfect amount of constant flow state and conclusion. So charisma, that's like approachability and just low stress.
Low stress, low cortisol.
Hobbies.
Hobbies.
If you're a hobbyist,
Yeah.
I feel like if you're like performative arts, that's what
If you could like juggle, like you're a cool person.
Exactly.
Cool person. Yeah.
That stuff's cool, man.
Yeah. Keep going.
We wrote dunk.
If you could dunk.
If you can dunk.
I'm almost there.
Do you like touch rim and shit or no?
I could dunk like a tennis ball
Oh, cool.
at the height of 6 foot, so that's pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Backflip.
Yeah, definitely.
Bilingual plus.
Bilingual plus.
So like if you can speak a bunch of languages, that's pretty
cool.
cool. At least one. Like that's just cool to do.
Yeah.
Low sliders mindset.
Low sliders mindset.
So
You
like
want to explain that
if
one?
you're thinking, so low like sliders basically on a game. You can turn them up and down. It changes the difficulty levels. So like if you constantly are thinking like, oh man, this was too easy, like the sliders are all the way down. Like that means it's just life is going easy for you. So low sliders mindset.
I feel like us as a sort of group, I feel like we have like an abnormally large vocabulary that we only understand. I'm sure every friend group sort of does the same, but I feel like ours is special because we just throw out random shit and give names to it. Like, the stories just stick, but you could keep going.
Like the shouts list.
The shouts list,
factor and this stuff. Like we have a bunch of just like things, man. This is great.
It's great.
So fast thinking.
Yeah.
Daring.
Mm-hmm.
Left foot.
If you're left-footed,
if you're left-footed.
Yeah, definitely.
That's definitely niche. Like
but
that's
a
a
like
cool thing.
that's like soccer related.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's I feel like we're all soccer boys.
Yeah.
You're hockey, but that's fine.
Good left-footed soccer players always. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean
Messi.
Messi is left-footed.
Yep.
Who else is Lamine Yamal left-footed? Yamal is left-footed. There's just a lot of good soccer players that are left-footed, but I guess there's also good soccer players that are right-footed. There's only 2 options, so.
Yeah. So we wrote down niche and in parentheses that's like niche pulls and to have like niche mindset. So like if you're constantly like have like a niche reference or something that's like chill.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
That's my sort of claim to fame.
Yeah. And like niche mindset. So like you're very like original thinker.
Okay, but the question was, how does that relate to sales, or is sales niche, or is sales factor?
Yeah.
I don't think sales is niche. I feel like there's a lot of salesmen, but is sales factor?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could be.
I feel like it's something other than that.
I don't think you need factor to succeed in sales.
I think you do. I'm starting to think you do.
No. I mean, the really successful guys, I guess they do have factor. But like to do well in sales, you just have to sort of do your job, right? Again, this goes back to rejection. If you're able to get over a rejection, you'll be one of the best salesmen in the world.
Yeah.
If you just keep going, like if the Wolf of Wall Street, who's that? Jordan Belfort.
Yep.
If he only talks to like 3 people a day, and he closes all 3 of them, he's gonna have a worse day than a guy who talks to 400 people a day and he closes 4 of them.
That's true.
Yeah. So I feel it's a numbers game. So I would say Jordan Belfort has more factor than the guy who can only close 1% of his deals but closes more than him. But I guess because his conversion rate's higher.
Yeah.
In that little hypothetical, but it's really just a numbers game. So I'm not sure if it would be factor to just keep going.
Yeah.
But on the list you said fast thinking, so I feel like fast thinking, that translates well.
There's definitely things on the factor list that definitely can play into it,
but I wouldn't say it's like
it's like you need factor to do sales, or the other way around. Like sales is a factor.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Well, I have a question for you. You can take some time to think about this.
Okay.
If you were to name me the top 3 most important traits somebody would need for sales, what would they be?
A good voice.
Like sounding or like
sounding. Yeah, that's pretty important. Again, ability to sort of push past rejections and objections and stuff like that. And I would say fast thinking, because you'll get like random stuff thrown at you, and it's your job to sort of overcome that and find a solution to a certain problem that you might have never heard before.
Yeah.
So you have to sort of be able to do that using fast thinking. So I feel like that's important. There might be a few more. Being caring, of course, is always there, because the people are coming to you with problems, even if they don't seem like it, because you're just giving them a cold call, and no one likes to receive a cold call, to be honest.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to be yelling at you and blah, 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 blah. It's your job to sort of take that on the chin and be like, okay, you have a problem and I can help you fix it.
Right.
So a lot of people build these defenses to cold calls. I don't really get cold calls because I don't put my number and stuff out there. But I feel like I'd give the people a shot, even though I wouldn't necessarily buy from them, because I feel like I'm pretty good at life right now. Not pretty good at life. I'm enjoying life. Yeah. I'm enjoying life. You can always improve. Yeah.
Well, before this conversation, I would have thought one of the most important things for sales would be being conversational. But what I've learned is it's really not about that, because the person could hang up just within 5 seconds of, answering. That's why I feel like having a good voice might be more important than that.
I mean, a good voice is good to have in the intro. Being conversational is also pretty good, but it's not necessarily a hard thing to do.
Yeah,
you could talk about weather. That's pretty easy.
It's Parsons talk.
Parsons talk. I'll bring that up after I'm done with my tangent. But how's the weather? Like, do you like where you're from? I don't know, stuff like that.
Do you ever think about like maybe asking them like something, I don't know, just wild? Like,
not. I mean, if it comes up in conversation, I'm not gonna shy away from saying something. But I usually say stuff that is within reason. I wouldn't say anything crazy. Again, I'm trying to be professional.
Yeah, sure.
But there's this guy.
Maybe somebody would like you more if you were more like open.
No, yeah, there definitely are people like that. Because a lot of salespeople just stay on their script and they don't really venture off. Yeah. Which is good. It's good to follow your script and stuff. But I like to venture off a little bit and then sort of loop it back around. Right. Because it's more fun that way. Totally. I enjoy it better. Rather than these people just being like a random list or random number that I dial off a list. Right. They're actually like a human being with like a family, with a life, with different beliefs. So I like to sort of, if the person will open up to me, sort of dig into the whole situation and sort of like figure out what's going on, figure out how they think and stuff. Because at the end of the day, I do like talking to people. In general, again, we'll bring up the fact that I don't like necessarily having too many people in my group. I just like enjoy Parsons talk, as you said earlier, which I'll talk to.
The camera off.
Yeah. Parsons talk was brought up last podcast, and I guess it stuck, or the last attempted podcast that I did, that I wanted to redo because I didn't necessarily do a good job. That I thought of. I thought I didn't do a good job, at least. But we were talking about sort of the same thing, where I enjoy talking to people, but I don't like necessarily having them in my group. I've said necessarily a lot, by the way. I just peeped that. But we were talking about the whole thing with me not opening up to all the people that I talk to. And then I don't know how we brought it up, but Parsons talk. Oh yeah, I was talking about how at the beginning of freshman year I was going up to people in Parsons and trying to make friends and stuff, and we called that.
You didn't like.
I didn't like it. I didn't like doing that because I feel like it's superficial. Yeah. I don't know, but I feel like everyone needs friends. It's superficial in a way, like trying to go up to someone in search of being friends with them is kind of weird to me. I feel like friends should just be natural. It should just happen. So I was trying to force myself on people and be like, hey, do you want to be my friend, sort of thing. Long story short, I didn't approach him like that, but that's Parsons talk, I guess.
Yeah, just like, what's your major?
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
Intros. I don't like intros. Yeah.
I mean, dude, you just reminded me when you said, like, you were going up to people asking them, like, yo, do you want to be my friend? Oh, God. I'll never forget this. Not many people really came up to me and like used that as a strategy. Usually they were like,
I never said that. I was just that was
Yeah,
really
I mean,
the
it's like
gist
an
of what I was
example,
saying.
but Thomas Zaleski in the elevator, that's how I met him. He was like, "Yo, like you should be my friend."
I mean, I guess so.
It's like-
I mean, sometimes
alright.
stuff like that works, right? Being direct. If someone said that to me, I think they're weird.
Yeah.
I remember
I thought
I-
it was a little strange. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that's so weird. But he has like a nice smile. He was talking to me about tennis because I was going to play tennis
Yeah.
with Eric.
I mean, he seems like the person that would say something like that. I was like, dude,
This guy
no
came.
offense. I mean,
this guy
he's
came
a-
from outer space. Like,
he's a cool guy.
yeah.
I mean, I do still have a lot of my friends from Parsons. Actually, since I'm a recruiter again, I'm gonna plug myself. You have an episode with Mira and Sophie Gray. I met both of them in Parsons. So
Yeah. How did you meet? How did you meet them? Because you guys are pretty close.
to be honest, I don't know. I feel like me, Mira, Matt, and like my whole group and my whole room last year, and Mira, Christine, and Carolina. I don't know if you know them, audience, but we sort of just like met at Parsons on like the first or second night,
Yeah.
and we just like we're friends ever since. So it's kind of cool. It's like you know the TikTok sort of trend or I don't know. I've seen it on TikTok where people are like your first friend group in college always falls apart in a month.
Yeah.
I don't think that happened to me.
No.
So I'm grateful. They're cool people.
That was the 1st friend group though.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, there are other people in the friend group that fell off, but I feel like we stuck it through and we're very close now. So I haven't really had any deep conversations with them, so I feel like that's a good way to sort of it's going to be interesting seeing them have a deep conversation with Mark Troll.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I haven't really talked about them with anything serious.
Yeah.
But I did just meet them this year though.
no, really? No, I swear you met them last year. I probably introduced them to you.
Yeah, I met
No,
them
yeah.
when I had to like go to the bathroom like in a room.
Oh, you went to the bathroom? Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But they're cool people. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Tommy's episode as well. I have to set that up.
You do have to set that up. I have to send you the schedule of like,
Yeah.
who we have coming in this week.
And how's the channel going? I haven't
How's the
really.
channel going. Well, we hit. I think Mike's has like 100 views or something, and
Frank's had
Frank's
a lot.
has over 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that was all St. John's kids, or do you think it sort of?
A lot of my friends from back home, and even people that I weren't friends with, were like, "Yo, I tuned into this. You know, I'm like, this is a pretty cool podcast. It's a pretty cool
Yeah.
project you're working on." And then I was like, "Do you have any feedback?" And there's this one kid that gave me like a list of stuff.
Wow.
A lot of the stuff
That's
was
cool.
like kind of like.
That's kind of cool.
Decent shouts.
Decent
He
shouts.
he said something like maybe raise the camera a little bit. Like he was giving me like
Okay.
some like critiques that I was like, yeah, I know. Like
Is he-
obviously, like if I had better equipment.
Yeah. Is he in podcasting, or is he just like?
He's actually not. I have no idea what
It's
he's
just a
gonna do in his
critique?
life. He's probably gonna do business or something.
Okay.
One of my best friends, from back home, his name's JT, and it's actually this kid's younger brother
Yeah.
who I played soccer with, and yeah, he was just giving me some good critiques. He was like maybe when you go to ask an important question, maybe like emphasize the importance of that. He was giving me good
Yeah.
stuff. you
Yeah.
know. But the channel's doing pretty good. I was in a dilemma about kind of what I want to do with it, in the sense that somebody asked me like, hey, if you need somebody to help you do TikToks or something like that, and kind of make it that sort of format, then I would be happy to do so.
That's cool.
And that's cool that he offered that.
Yeah. There's also AI for that.
There is also AI for that.
Yeah.
My dad actually told me about it. He was
Yeah.
like, you should look into the AI stuff.
That's kind of cool.
But I don't know how big I'm trying to have it, because like originally this podcast was just like it's for me, honestly.
Yeah.
It's for me to learn about you guys. It's for the people from my hometown, to hear about the cool stuff that everybody here is doing.
Yeah. I feel like it's also good to get better at talking to people.
Yeah.
I mean, if I remember, I was watching Mike's and he said something like this: if you bring in two people who are the exact same employees, but one knows how to speak to their boss better, the person who knows how to speak to their boss better is gonna get promoted first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's about being personable. So I feel like
Yeah.
being able to make a connection with people, even if you don't know them, it's pretty cool. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's good to have, and I feel like this is a good way to do that.
It's also cool to be on a podcast, like
Yeah.
like for people like for random people that I like think are pretty interesting.
No, yeah,
Like-
especially here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. St. John's is just like filled with the most random group of people ever. Like
they are.
I talk to people from home about how their college is going, how their friends are doing, and I feel like their stories don't necessarily compare to mine. Like my homegirls met Clavicular and Andrew Tate yesterday. Like
yeah, from St. John's.
from
yeah.
St. John's. Who else? I mean, there's just a lot of people trying to do cool things. Like the streamer Certified Rye. I find him funny. I find him cool. He's doing his own thing. Tommy's doing his own thing, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, stuff's cool, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that's at every other university. Just nobody really
Yeah.
has sort of that vessel that I am. That's going to get them out into the world.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, yeah. I'm sure there's other podcasts, but I haven't necessarily heard of one. So I think
I'm trying to advertise mine as
the college one.
podcast.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
But I don't know. Like what I was saying basically was like it is for me, it's for you guys. But I never really did it with the intention of like I want this to absolutely explode, because if I do, then I have to put more time into it, and then it becomes everything, and I don't have time for classes. And
Yeah. I mean,
know.
it's also
it's a long shot that would happen, but
no. Don't
I think
say
I
that.
think if I wanted it to, I think it could. Honestly.
You think if you were offered the chance to have a podcast that does grow and you would make income on it, would you do it?
Yeah, I think it would.
Okay. I mean,
It's just hard to make that decision right now.
I don't even think it. How many episodes are you doing? I mean, I'm not saying how much you're editing, but the actual filming of the episodes, it takes maybe like you film 2 or 3 episodes a week.
Yep.
So far. So what is that, like 3 to 4 hours of content?
Yeah.
So I mean 3 to 4 hours in the week of
In a
actual
week, it's not that bad.
filming. But I'm not sure how much editing you do.
The editing, to be honest, like the other two, completely my fault. I had done them both same, like, I had shot Frank's, edited his overnight.
Wow.
That took me, I think I started that when we got back, right before we left the gym. So I started that at like 7 p.m., went to the gym, we got back, and then I ended up finishing it at like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, man. I was up all night doing that. And then the last one too, I was up all night doing mics.
Doing likes?
Yeah, doing mics.
Oh, mics. Okay.
Doing mics.
Yeah. I don't think it could. If you spread out the time that it takes for you to edit, I feel like
those
like
are
it could
both
be-
my fault. Like,
it
like
could
Dylan's,
be-
I've already started, and I'm probably gonna release this on Wednesday, and it'll probably be fine.
How long do you edit per episode?
How long do I edit it?
Yeah, because I don't think it could be that. I mean, for this, you only had like 2 cuts, right?
Yeah, 2 cuts, but then, like, I'm gonna like remove some of like the GM headline. Like, we're laughing at that, maybe.
Okay,
Like, there's some
yeah.
stuff I have to cut out.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Editing,
of course.
like,
You gotta get the thing that like claps that, they use in movies. Yeah, cause
is that what that does?
no, it's an audio cue. So when they slam it, they match it up. So that's why they do it. That's why they do it.
Dude, that's the most important thing
Yeah,
I've just gotten out of this podcast.
What? That's
No, I'm kidding.
messed
No, I'm
up.
kidding.
That's
I'm
messed
kidding.
up. The
That's
guy should have said that to you, who texted you from home about all this advice. You got to slam something at the start of the podcast, and then
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll just go like this.
yeah, there's definitely different life paths for different people, and I'm a 5.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like you're a 5 and I'm a 1.
Yeah. Good way to sort
To
of
wrap this up.
to
yeah.
wrap it up. We start
Well,
as we finish.